Welcome to Rainy Day Gypsy. This is Sally, and I'm going to give you a quick little flip through of my latest journal, Violet. And of course she's purple. Duh. And it looks, you can see her name. I went ahead and embossed some gold glittery stuff there. That was kind of fun. I hand dyed all the velvet and the lace and the ribbon and things. And that was fun. Tried to get her all purple. She's got 3 signatures. She turned out to be a little fat. I tried to keep her slim and trim, but you know, she got away from me a little bit. Not too bad. I did this little booklet on the front, which is inspired by Nazi over at Amity Bloom. And I put a whole bunch of my favorite quotes in here that I love. It's kind of a personal journal for me in a way. This one, she believed she could, so she did. I love that. Some old newspaper. I used some digis from Ruby&Pearlxo and some digis from Tracie Fox and some from Medieval Odyssey. And I'll list all those below in the description box. This seemed to take me forever. When I got done, I'm thinking, this is it. This is all there is. It took me this long. But I enjoyed it. I really did. I just procrastinated a lot. But I'm anxious to get done and move on to something else for sure. I did a double tie there. And you can see this, the hand-dyed satin inside the covers, and I scruffed it up a bit and made it dirty with ink. Distressed it. I wanted it to look like some of those old, you know, the old satin that they had in some of the old books. Here's a quote by John Lennon that I love. Some old lace there, and a napkin in the background. On the right is, I think that's Ruby and Pearl's wallpaper. A little pigeon, I think. Pigeons aren't my favorite bird, but he was so cute, or she. And she was just kind of fat and chubby. I loved her. This is just kind of a writing board. I threw in some gold here and there with the purple, which I thought was pretty. Here's some more vintage antique lace. Some stuff from, I used a lot of digis from the Graphics Fairy. Forgot to mention that, but some of these are from there. This is a little tag that I made a long time ago. Some old postal stuff. And I put that in a little tea-dyed glassine bag. This I made, and I can't remember. There was a tutorial on YouTube, and I made some of those and stuck that in there. This is another. That's just the negative from the spray. That little picture is Ruby and Pearl, and I believe that one's that yellow is the Graphics Fairy. Here I did some eco dyeing last summer, and I don't know exactly what flower that is, but it was from my garden. And lots of embossed papers. I love those. I think they kind of look romantic in a way, I guess depending on the design. This is Graphics Fairy. And this is from an old book. Little cathedral. It's pretty. The back of that wallpaper, isn't that pretty? Some more lace. I took my little gold pen and ran it around some edges here and there. This is an old, I believe that says 1911, I'm not real sure, I didn't see it, but an old postcard. A little notepad there to write on. Some more eco dye, and I did that like 4 years ago. That was fun. Turned out a lot different than the other one. Then a little tiny card. I thought that was cute. Old letter. I put a tag in there. Embossed tag. And this little lady, I thought she looked like a little violet, and her dress was kind of purple, so I put her in there. Here's an old invoice or something from somewhere in Montana. Here's one of my favorite quotes. This is from Esther in the Bible. Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. And this was a napkin that I tried to make look like rice paper. I think I got that tutorial. That was a Sharon Hearth, I believe. This is a very fragile map from an old book. I believe it's a section of Paris. And I took a class from Amity Bloom and made some envelopes years ago, and this is one of those. It's kind of nice. I used some things that I had around here. I like this little flip-out thing. And this is just, what do they call it? Magic box or something, origami. Some more little quotes in there. One of was my favorite from Winnie the Pooh. I have to be thinking here. Put that back together, right? That was kind of fun, though. You could store all sorts of secrets in there. And there's a little violet thing. I think that's from Tim Holtz, and I just put it in between those things I cut out on my Cricut. And then there's a printout from the Graphics Fairy and the backside of the Eco Die. There's another little quote. An old Monopoly card, and I couldn't help myself with the little bunnies. I thought they were too cute. I sewed around some things and kind of did what I wanted, I guess. That I used the lace that I used on the spine of the book. Thought it was kind of pretty. And here's another quote that is very special. Graphics Fairy. And behind that, in that background, on the back of that sheet, is the medieval Odyssey stuff. It's Ruby and Pearl. A little tag I made years ago. And of course, little African violets. And this little letter is from Ruby&Pearlxo, her antique letters, and I think it was blue, and I put it into Photoshop and just changed it to purple so that it kind of went with the violet theme. But I think it turned out pretty. Sometimes I'll do that and it's like, ew, doesn't look good at all, but I really liked this one. And a little quote from Maya Angelou. And I just did some watercoloring there. It's kind of fun. Very artistic. I'm such a good watercolorer. Anyway, I had fun. I was dipping the old brush. And there's some hand-dyed velvet there on the edge of that page. This is a good one. That's a good quote for everybody. And this one too. From Glinda in The Wizard of Oz. There's a little bird dangle there, a little metal bird. And some little lace and ribbon. More violets. And the end with a little gold V. And more medieval Odyssey. So there she is. She's my latest little creation, and I really love her. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad you were here. I hope you enjoyed her, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, hi, kitty.